Welcome back. This is Sealchan, and this is my Minecraft Alpha 1.1 progressive Longplay Let's Play. Today, we're going to continue the round review of round 25 and look ahead at round 26. We need to head to Edgewood to continue telling the story of the progression in this game. So, as the moon sets and the sun rises, let's go. Turned up my volume a little bit. I'm just being careful not to take the fact that creepers may still be creeping. Turn the volume down a little bit. I think we're good now. It strikes me that I need to label the sign for the Bellevue Mountains Trail through here, because it's also the Bellevue Edgewood Trail now. Bellevue Mountains Trail, Bellevue Edgewood Trail. I don't know, maybe that's fine. I only have so much room on a sign. Anyway, in round 25, we built this trail. It follows roughly the way I to walk for the most part to get out here. I find that once I build a trail, I definitely like to continue to follow it. Well, on that note, building this trail through the region to connect back to the other developed regions. In the next round, I'm going to do another saddle a pig adventure. I do, I guess, one in each region. And I've got extra saddles. I have been playing this game for a while, but I feel like it's not too hard to find a monster room if you really look. I found 6 so far, I think. So, yeah. And the chest, so I get some saddles. Sometimes more than one. So that'll be coming up in round 26. Let's see, let me go back up to the top of my list. I have this concept that I call a district. A district is a place in a region where I had the comforts of home. Should call this the lookout tree. Oops. Hey, what happened? Okay. So here we can look out over Edgewood. All of this. And out this way, this looks like a sewing machine. Around to that mountain back behind this one. But not to the coast, I guess. For whatever reason. And when I talk about districts, they are of different kinds. Like in that mine, I'm going to be building, or I am building, a mining district with farms and other comforts. In Elsie, I built a farming district. And here, I plan to build a hunting district. A cozy home for the hunter. While the music plays, let's take a short walk. Now that I've had a chance to think, and as the sun sets, I'm not sure if I'm going to move ahead quite yet with building a hunting district. So here's my thought. Whenever I discover a new region, I first look to see if I can find a good mine, an existing cave that takes me down to the lava lake level just by following it. A good cave leads to the development of a mining district, just like we have right here. If I have a mining district, then I have stone and gravel, and I can build a farming district over a fort. To build a farming district, I need a crop that hasn't been featured in what I call a big farm. In LC, I want to build a lit grove, which is a big farm for these trees. I can call them oak trees because that's what they're going to be called. And it's just a big area like this, filled with these trees and lights, so that the whole area is lit as a border to keep it safe from the mobs that spawn in the dark. And as a place to store your wood, you can cut down one or many trees, however you need, and replant. Anyway, something like this, only bigger. So, I'm building a lit grove in LC. Another farmable is wheat. And I've decided, for the purposes of this episode, that this series, that the wheat farms I've built in the LC home base, which is really a farming district, and all of the forts will be enough for wheat farms. But a big farm for wheat could also fill a big space, just like this. Cactus, planning to build a big farm in Bellevue. Sugarcane, I have my big farm in the fort at LC. There aren't any other crops left, so I don't need any more big farms in this series. So I won't be making a farming district here. A port happen either. Hello, guy. Because we have no shoreline, no coastline to connect to. After that, I have this idea of a park district. But a park district can only be built if there's a park. And what determines if there's a park is if there are trails in a big area through which the trails move that I feel has sufficient sufficient interest to warrant being designated a park. In Elsie, we have the Elsie Estuary Regional Park. But since, yeah, I see you. But since, don't you jump up here? Sorry, I'm not going to use my sword. It's a ceremonial sword. And I'm going to be cheap with my arrows. So I'll punch the beanbag until it goes flat. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to build a park district in Elsie because I already have a farming district and a port. So I just have a park. If I didn't have a farming district or a port, as is the case here, then I'd have room for a park district. But I haven't developed any trails here yet. And I kind of feel like that may happen because we have so many interesting features. I think it would probably be worth building a trail that wraps around the area and would likely turn into a park. So I don't want to build a hunting district if I may have a park district. So I think, in fact, I've just convinced myself to not build a hunting district in the next round. I'll have to be patient and wait to see. Okay, well, having talked myself out of that, let's head to the cavern. There's a skeleton down there. We wait till the sun helps us. Get rid of that obstacle. Or we can do this. there's a cave there. Oh, no arrows for me. Okay. In the last round, we worked on excavating a spider spawner. We actually already have a spider spawner mob farm in LC. But my level of interest in developing spawners is pretty high. For instance, this spawner features the ability to safely enable and disable the spawner. Or, I suppose, to backdoor, that's right, to adjust its intensity. Right, if I took out half the torches, it would spawn spiders at a slower rate. I don't know that I need to do that, but I could. Anyway, I dug this out, I lit it up. This torch up here seems to be crucial to completely disabling this. In the next round, I'm going to build a mob elevator. So I'll put the water in, pushing the spiders, and then we'll build a way to bring them up to the surface. I really like the idea of moving the mobs up to where you can reach them from the surface. Okay. You know, I just had another thought. Mob spawners be developed at the surface only in a place that's going to be developed as a hunting district. Otherwise, they should be developed underground. It's a thought. That would give the hunting district its special character and not just be a district that you make if you decide you don't want to make any other kind. The rules are a little complicated, but since I made them up, I can remember them, and I like them because they add meaning to what I do. Sometimes creating conditions that limit you make it so that when you finally get to do something that you want to do, it's all the more wonderful because it's rare, because you waited. Like this tree, all 4 saplings have grown. It's a pretty good compact tree design. Okay, so here I am thinking, unraveling what my plans are. So I'll have to consider this. I may build this just as an underground mob spawner. And if later this becomes a hunting district, then I can convert it. We'll see. Alright. Well, let's see. What am I going to do? In round 25, of course, we went on a mining expedition. We found a lot of iron, which is great. So much so that I felt that I could return to using an iron shovel. I'm still using an iron or a stone pickaxe where I can, and a stone axe. I do use an iron sword normally. So with the second mine open, life is good for iron again. And of course we made it so that we can continue working on the scenic railway that wraps around the mountains of Divide. We dug out this mining workshop, but I've had a little bit of ideas about how to improve this slightly. So I think what we're going to do is reconfigure this to be one block bigger in this direction and in this direction. That's going to open up something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So let's say that's what's going to happen in the next round. I'm going to come back here and make this bigger. Then I should be able to have a blacksmith's workshop, which will include a chest, a crafting table, a furnace, and let's call it an alpha anvil. 2 stone slabs on top of each other. I get that from the butcher's shop that you see in Minecraft 1.1, maybe 1.2. I think that's pretty cool. So this thing is going to go away temporarily. I've mentioned it before, but it bothers me that we have all this furnace action, and there's really nowhere for the smoke to go. So by making this room bigger, I'm going to be making room to build what I'm going to call a smelting factory in the center of the mining district in this workshop. I've got a lot of words for what I call things. I'm still sorting it out. So anyway, I can still smelt on my one furnace, but until I build the factory with a chimney that goes all the way to the surface, I won't be able to do this more mass production operation. So, that's another change. Maybe I should write this down. Okay. Yep, no less than 3 changes. I've never done this before, but it just shows you that I'm working on my system, tweaking it, filling it with an even richer sense of meaning and progression. Okay. We've talked about everything to do with the cave and the mining district. We'll continue our hunt for ore in the next round, as always. Now, we've got trail work to talk about. And it's getting dark again. We have this trail, which should be considered for further development and what I call a point of interest survey. As I've stated in previous episodes, the point of interest survey will no longer be recorded. I'll just get up one morning and check my list of tasks, and that'll be the task that I do. Alright. Similarly, for our new trail, over here, it takes us all the way back to Bellevue. I will perform a point of interest survey, looking for new features, like water features, or new trails, or maybe a viewing platform. Whatever seems like it would be good to add meaning to the landscape, to add interest. I don't think we need that torch. That was put there to mark the trail. Now the trail is built. Alright, so those trail work will be done off camera. Now, we have one more region. The night is young, so I guess we can carefully see if we can make our way over there to the new region F. When I was playing my release 1.1 series, I was following my earlier progression system. I had not worked out some of the important aspects of it, and I found myself perpetually stuck, not making the kind of progress toward the end that I wanted to. I finally decided to go and play Minecraft Alpha because it was even simpler than the original release version. And that has made all the difference. Even though I continue to make changes, they really are tweaks. I have total confidence I'm going to reach the end of this series, for that is my goal. This is not a forever world. Oop. I have to shoot him. Wow. I realize now I have no food. I'm out here in the dark. I don't even want to use my sword. And now I have half a heart. If one skeleton catches me before I see it, I'm dead. And now I hear a zombie. Fortunately for me, the night is coming to a close. The best thing may be for me to try to wait it out. But it's pretty shaky. Region F is over this way. If I made it back to the port over here, which is not too far, I could at least get some bread. That would probably be a good thing to do. However, given my situation, I think I better just stay here. Looks like I've lost my gold helmet. The sun. Thank you, sun. Yep, I've worn down my gold armor pretty well. Well, my rule about armor is that I don't resupply until it's all gone. So, I suppose I could have used my sword if I needed to stay away from the spiders anyway. Alright. Nope. That's not good. Hopefully that sun will deactivate that spider. I think I better wait. there's a very good chance I'm not going to make it out of here. Oh, there's a creeper. Alright, we're going to have to deal with him, I guess. There's another creeper. Alright. I don't hear that skeleton, so I hope that it is not here anymore. Oh yeah, he's gone. Alright. This is not my proudest moment. I think I'm going to proceed to head to Region F. Which we get to by going this way. I should be relatively safe in the hunting blind, which we built in round 25. It looks like the trees have grown all but one. In the next round, we'll walk out across the landscape and explore Region F, looking for caves, and just getting a sense of the lay of the land. I was hoping there might be something to eat here, but there isn't. Oh. I'm being a little bit dense. If there was a pig, and there is, we could eat a little bit. Let's do that. I have to admit that in addition to the other changes, where's that zombie? This is quite the gravel lake. I'd noticed it before. Alright, well, so long, the longest portion of the beginning of this series, I ate raw pork, and yet I forgot that I could do that. Anyway, I'm gonna probably do a slight redesign on this. I think my hunting blinds are developing, so I'll add that to my list. Anyway, in spite of all the changes, you do get click a rough idea, at least, of what I'm going to be doing in round 26. We definitely reviewed what was done in round 25. So I hope you've enjoyed these 2 episodes, and I hope you can appreciate the progress, the story, and I hope to see you in the next episode, which will begin round 26.